differences with the defense having the new co-coordinators this past weekend?
No, not really. Just everybody's honed in on doing their jobs at a higher level. Just finishing the season at a high note. Starting with UCLA and obviously ending with the bowl game.
Lincoln talked about taking a little bit more of an active role in the defense right now with the change. What have you seen from him specifically that he's done, in the last week with that?
Yeah, I mean, he's in line. He's been around a lot more. I think, yesterday for sure he was, watching us, just walk through some of the, not really new scheme, but just some stuff that was adjusted and tweaked. So it was, it's been good having him around, having an extra set of eyes, and obviously a set of wisdom when it comes to just the game as a whole. Even though he isn't a defensive coach, but he is a savant of the game. So it's just good having him around, being able to not only communicate with us, but also the guys who call in the plays, Coach Odom and Coach Newell.
What was his role kind of? Sorry, what was his role kind of before this last week? Typically, how much did he work with you guys? How much time did he spend with you? That sort of thing.
I mean, he hasn't. He hasn't just like came out of nowhere. I mean, he's always been around for us. He's always been able to be around and talk and communicate with Coach Grinch. I'm sure he's given his ideas to Grinch, and obviously they went back and forth. But he's always been an active role for the defense. He's always been there for us. I mean, he's the head man. So, like I said, he's not just the offensive guy. He's a head coach, and he operates that way. Not only out here, but also in the building when it comes to just small things like class and taking care of our lockers, our areas, just small things.
In what ways were Newell and Odom able to simplify things for you guys?
Just allowing us to not really making too much adjustments. Just a few adjustments here, a few adjustments there, allowing us to play just more free when it comes to different formations that are thrown at us.
What's been the biggest difference, in your opinion, from when the pass rush was having success early in the season to now?
I mean, really, a lot of that has to do with the opposing team, playing to get the ball out fast. I mean, we played two high-level quarterbacks this past week who, if you watch the game, you know that they have nice internal clocks in their head. I mean, I think Bo probably was the most consistent. Him and Michael Penix, I think. I mean, if you look at every play, they probably got the ball out literally at 2.5 seconds. So, we're definitely working our right processes to get to the quarterback. When that time comes, we're going to be there. We're going to be there to be able to finish it. So, I look for us to be able to have a good bang to the end of the season this week, or in the bowl game as well.
How do you have an impact when maybe sacks aren't coming along because the quarterback's getting the ball out quick?
Sacks is the name of the game, I guess you can say, in my position or in, but you also can still do your job at a high level, impact the game. I mean, I do believe I would be able to say I have, and the rest of the D-line has impacted the game in many different ways, whether it be pushing, resetting the offensive line back, or even that trick play that Oregon ran this past week where I was able to retrace and get back and be able to push it out to Max so he can get a tackle for loss. So just little things like that, making other little plays, and then the sacks are coming.
You're heading into a week where it's the first time all year that you guys aren't competing for a conference title. I mean, how do you guys still kind of maintain energy level, maintain focus? I mean, what's the collective mentality heading into a game like that?
The same mentality. I mean, obviously we're not quote-unquote playing for a championship, but it's still championship-level practices. To be honest, like I said, I think in the interview last week, I think the past few weeks we've had our best practices, and I think today was one of our best practices from a defensive standpoint. I mean, I'm sure offense, did well too. We're not really with them most of the day, so. But I mean, we're high energy. We're just focused on finishing the season well, and like I said, that starts with UCLA, and then on to the bowl game.
Kind of building off that question, how have you seen maybe the message that Lincoln is going to offer to the team change, if at all, over the course of last week now that the stakes are different?
What do you mean by that? Like different coaches coming in? Or?
No, just like the fact that you guys are now eliminated from the conference race. Has his message changed to you guys in any way? Or
no, I mean, his message has always been to that the next game is the biggest game just because it's the next game. And obviously this week is rivalry week, so that adds a little bit of fun to it. But it's just all about finishing, and that's what he's all about. So.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.